Christmas came early. Okay, this is not a video. I just myself. And I have finished stuff up, so I'm gonna go out for a meal. So I've got myself an hour off early. So, oh, let's have a look. So I haven't got long. I have not got long. Oops. But yeah, let me see. Hang on. So, okay, plus. Oh, I mean that's gonna be fucking pain. Sorry. Is that all it went to? Hard? That doesn't sound very difficult. I did. Oh shit. I need to go on the options. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, yeah. Fine. It's like, remember, this used to be a good game. It still is a good game. But again, do you see what I mean? It's just, nothing's changing. We're just living in this constant recycling because we're just hiring people who aren't creative. It's just, we're not hiring people on merit. It's just hiring people on, like, equality. And it's, what's the point of like functioning in SSI if it's just you're not going to put like your best people forward? It's all just based on like race, identity politics, or yeah, it's just so stupid. There's probably so many, and this is what I mean. It's like, especially with like white men, there's just gonna be an unfathomable amount of potentials and opportunities that has been stripped from us just because there's just been an agenda for like the last 11 years to just put the people out like me as much as possible. Because it's just we just let like foreign people in, and they just surprisingly don't have our best interests at heart. Surprisingly, I can't believe it. I just couldn't. We thought they'd be so happy to be here, and they'd be like really happy to give us white men the best privilege. There's no chance they would just put their own people forward, which you almost can't blame them for it. But then at the same point, it's just so in you. It's just been slapped in your face so much. It's like you just have to do something about it. The women aren't going to do anything about it, but that's fine. We can deal with that. It's just we are at a point where unfortunately, like the women have just, like, ironically, one of them we're talking about right now, cateism. Oh, what was that?
Someone's got to be waiting up for us.
Just be careful on the approach. I'm not taking any chances.
There was something I read,
No chances, huh?
and it basically just described like, women like Katie down to a T. It was like that's what I'm saying to you. It's just like she is like an energy card. She's really common. She's just like your classic liberal, blown out alpha chatted, blown out woman. Everything about this is just ridiculous. I can't believe like your spaceship is just able to crash into this and somehow all the atmosphere is fine, and see what I mean? It's just crazy. But whatever, it'd be a shit game if you just came in. Yeah, I think it's just clear that when women have had a very promiscuous or they've just been traumatized by sex, they become almost broken. They just I think back in our day we used to have like strict foundations and institutions that we used to put people in because we just knew that these was and some reason we don't have them. So essentially we just have these like absolute what would be deemed like psychopathic people who are just free to roam around because they just can claim it's a form of expression, I suppose, and it's not. It's just these people are absolutely like psychopathic. Uh, Honestly, I know like Katie will probably like try and gaslight, and she probably does get like threats. But I get some really bad threats because I'm a straight white man. I got some really bad ones. Like people like always saying like, "Wait, hope I like commit suicide," or just bad things. Yeah, all the worst of anything has happened to me. It's just so many people hate me because I am the threat. I'm the big threat to them. You know, like when all men have to like square up. Every single person of color looks up to me. They'll say they don't, but they will because we're just so much more accomplished than any other race.
Good call on the stabilizer, Isaac.
All the stuff that's happened in Europe,
What's going on with Fletcher?
basically most of the most important stuff up until the last like 1600 years happened in Europe. All of the brilliant stuff of all of Rome and all the Romans and all of like Greek and all of the builds of the Spanish armadas, all of this traveling and the. Let's see, we've got a nice black guy, got an Asian person. It's gonna be funny, isn't it? Like if we do just because I was thinking about this and it is actually really interesting. It's like, will there be a period where it's like 2050? We do just finally just go. That's it. We're just completely like everyone has to go to their own country. We're just gonna like it's just gonna be it's like honestly it's just gonna be like white people in Europe and UK and America and Australia and every other country just has to have like people like who look like them. And it's just you're gonna play these sort of games and this is gonna be also last. This is gonna be just like you're gonna have like basically kind of from like the 80s up until or 70s up until 2000 or whenever it happens. It's just feel like it's so weird when kids will look back and watch films and you're just gonna see like a couple of like Will Smith in like black Men in Black and you'll just be like you have to explain to your kids like he was there and just like oh we grandpa who's this. Oh yeah, we just had to will that be like a conversation we'll have to have down the road of like we'll just have to like so that's there. It's like the small hats have just they did that on purpose. They knew that all this like art and stuff and all this media like the culture that was it's now all been ruined. They're devious. They knew, so they knew like yeah we'll have to like censor like everything. Just to avoid any like awkward conversation.
One of the things I adore about Gusto is that I don't have to spend hours planning our weekly meals.
So wait, do I have my full
Now
thing?
this,
Shit, I
done
do.
right, fresh ingredients and home-cooked meals.
So this should be. I would think this would be quite easy, wouldn't it?
Supermarket shop, no lists, no queues.
But that's why I was like upset because
Trust me, you won't go back.
I would probably try and do the hardcore mode now.
My life, stories, things that one thing you guys may not know about.
Sorry, I mean she's playing a video, but I'm just like, trying to get. I need to get my bearings right because I haven't unlocked all of the. She's like, Jesus, Isaac, are you going a bit overkill on that suit? It's just like, oh, well, you never know.
Isaac, guess we better go.
Because I feel like I can probably play this again. I think this is different. I feel like there were scenes that I weren't in this, which in the first one, which I played on the Xbox 360. That's what I don't like about this. I just feel like they've been tinkering with stuff. I've been gaslit, and I just don't think because there was like a really cool scene in this. Or there was a couple. There was like There was one where you had to like shoot asteroids, and that it wasn't in itself like cool. I'm just saying, but I just remember that being a set piece, which wasn't in this. And then there was another bit where it was like a cool part where you were like, like you're walking through a corridor, and it was like it was just like you had to really manage with your oxygen because it was like a really long part of the game. It was like probably like a minute or 2 minutes, 3 minutes where you're in like no air. And there was like loads of these aliens that were just jumping around and stuff, and you could just like fuck with the physics because it was like, in space, and it's just really eerie because you can't hear any sound, so you just hear like you just hear like a boom, boom, and you just hear Isaac go. It's just like, oh god, this is horrible. Because Isaac didn't talk, and that's the other thing. They fucked it. Oh.
Rig synced. Collect kinesis and stasis modules from Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple. Location? Error. Employee not found.
Me, okay, is that my life is very, very difficult, okay? I have to do way more than the average person. My life is hard. I hate my life, and I want to die. Is what I would say to you if
I thought she was joking. I was just, again, I was about to like go, I almost fell for the Christmas joke, which is just like, this is kind of like women's kind of comedy. It's just, they just think like, oh, Jesus, look. We made Isaac so intense, you can actually move his body. Look. Isaac, you feeling alright? You can literally move the tiniest detail to get absolute 100% action of the game.
I wasn't out of touch, these glasses are blurry. If I...
Why? Again, I don't know. It's like these are... We're supposed to just call it like... You call it like quirky. It's like that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, I like listening to Katie because she's like really quirky because she just keeps the little those digressions in. You know, like everyone else, that's what they do. It's the same with like the other. There's like acceptable digressions. It's never going to be like them making like stupid like mispronunciations because that's too easy, low hanging fruit for them. Like I do that and I'll accept it because like I'm talking live, but it's different when you're doing stuff. You're curating, you're editing it. It's just that's just 100 times different because you should be like you should, especially when I know when you edit it. Sometimes you are just like going through the same piece over and over again, so it's not really good enough if somehow there's like a massive fuck up of like a pronunciation. I think the funniest one I saw recently, actually, it wasn't. I guess I'll let him off because I think he's Australian. He was talking about it was internet anarchist, and he was talking about some celebrity or someone or whatever. But the story revolved in Britain, and they were talking about the supermarket chain Asda. That's how it is. But he just pronounced it as the letters because it is just like ASDA. So he was just like, and he decided to sue the British supermarket chain ASDA, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, oh, he means Asda. Yeah. So it's like, because Asda is just basically, I think, Walmart. Some reason they just rebranded it. There's like some things that have been rebranded in the UK. Lay's is another one, so we call them Walkers, but it's like Lay's everywhere else. And Axe body spray, we call it Lynx. Just some difference. I don't know why. I think it's just a marketing thing. I think it's, I don't know if it's like the biggest. I remember growing up, the biggest like ick for kind of kids was trying to get them into blades and stuff. Because we essentially forfeited. I think it was like back in '94 or something like that. It was like when we voted out our guns because probably women did it. And that probably going to come back to haunt us because there's got like 4 million Muslims in this country. and they probably will not want to go when if we decide they should. They'll probably not want to go. They'll, and that's why it's going to get really awkward. There were some like things where I was thinking we hope like if reform does like just cut the benefits, they will just go home. I hope, because what else are they going to do? They'll have to like. I just don't know because I don't even know what they'll do. Do you know what I mean? It's like all I'm trying to say is it's a bit like if you have a cat and you domesticate your cat or you domesticate your dog and it goes missing, there's like a very good chance it might not survive because if it's domesticated, it just doesn't understand. It hasn't had a chance to like learn how to do anything. So it'll probably just get like taken out really easily or just starve. I think it does happen with dogs. Like if you just have a domesticated dog and it gets let loose and it's just roaming around the canyons, it won't know how to hunt. Well, do you know, I just think there is like a level of like instinctual it'll probably like try to go after stuff, but I think at the same time it might not. It might just be like really scared and just like because some dogs are a bit like that. But yeah.
There's an out of touch. I can't do this. I'm trying to do a fun intro for you. Don't you just hate, right, that pick up the camera and complain about their job? Don't
You just hate tones. Like, even I don't use that word. That's what I'm saying. It's like people always go, "Oh, Input, you're so rude because you're straight white male," and it's not. I never really even use the words like that. I don't even like ever use the N word. Like, you should probably never hear me say it on this stream. I've been very well conditioned to not use that because I know it's the ultimate trap card. This is the thing, like, a certain group of people deliberately made it so that word is just like, it's just like the social suicide for white people. If you've got a video of you saying that, and that's why it's so interesting when you are a white man, because you do kind of hold a weird power. There's like certain words and things. There's certain like rhetoric I probably said which people would get pissed off of because I agree. Like, I think I was watching some of the more Pegasus stuff and I was like, oh, this probably could get done for it. But then I was like, fuck it, everything can just get done for anything. That's why anything is just stupid. It's just like I think it's just you just need to learn to toughen up. You're gonna go on the internet. Unfortunately, you will probably just see stuff potentially which. That's why you need only 18-year-olds to view it. And then it's just more on the user. If you just can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. You're just going to accept that if you go on 4chan, you probably might see like a thread was just going to have like some ISIS beheaded the GIF, and you're just going to like accidentally get a glimpse of it, and it's going to be like just even a couple of frames of just seeing like a chainsaw going to some dude's neck is enough for you to just be like, oh my god, that's fuck. But instead of like getting angry and like trying to report that fucking thread. Just accept that you're going to go on there, and it's the same. So if you're going to go on like YouTube and you're going to leave a comment, I mean, maybe you're just going to get some like if someone is just actually breaks terms and services. Because I agree, like there's certain things you just can't say, but unfortunately, if just someone's got like a little comment, and it's just not like outrightly going to harm you. I just think it's their opinion, and it's just stupid if you're just going to say no, you're not allowed to say that. So what even is like cyberbullying? What even is like bullying? It's just like it's strong people bullying weaker people or like making fun of weaker people. It's just such a stupid thing. It's like you can just tell like someone's put that in place to try and stop the like strong people from coming into power. They don't want to have like the strong Mad Max characters anymore. They don't want the strong alpha males that we used to have. They want us all to be like these like sissy soy losers who are just gonna like bow down to women and vote to like let more immigrants in. All the immigrant people, they're like confused because they all act really aggressive and angry. They're just always like angry all the time because they've got it. So they've got the anger and the aggression, but they just haven't got the intelligence. So we need someone to have both. Because they know that if those Muslim dudes were like if white men were like the same anger as just like how these like Muslim dudes are, they would be like ruined. I'm not even kidding. Because aside from Pakistan, and I'm only going to say the only issue with that is just the nukes. That's literally all it is. I just don't know how. The only like, safety net we have with that is like there's a few things. I suppose India would probably just retaliate. I reckon if like Pakistan did try to like use the nukes, I think there would just be an instant counterattack from India because I just think that they have like a long-lasting battle and uh, it just seems like what they would do. I the only actually no, I just remembered. We'll be fine because Pakistan's nuclear weapons can't reach the UK. They can reach Israel, but they can't reach Europe. So we can't actually. Oh, well, the UK can't be. I don't think they can reach the US either. But that's why. That's why they want the Islamic takeover of the UK and France. Because those two have, those are the two nuclear powers in Europe. I think Turkey has some actually. But yeah, they probably would do that because I'm really worried about the. No, I can't say it.
You just hate that, okay? And as a content creator myself, I am, okay, right? But I'm not one of the guys that will sit there and genuinely say, my life is so hard. Wah, 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 wah. So...
Oh, I love my friend Katie. She's like one of the lads. She like tells me when she's on her period and stuff. Sorry, that's like Family Guy sketch, which really made me laugh. It's just like it just reminds me of something like Katie, where it's like it's so set at like, the medieval times, and it's like there's all these like male guards, soldiers, and it's just like this one female guard, soldier who's like pretending to be like one of the boys. She's like, I'm cool, I'm down with it. I don't mind going to the strip club. Well, you guys want to talk about porn? I don't mind about that. Well, we can talk about stuff like when I'm on my period and stuff. Oh, gross! It's just like that's like what women do. They just think like, just like be oversharing is like hot. Like they think men think it's hot if they're in a period. It's like no, absolutely not. We don't want to know about that shit at all. It's like no one's thinking that's hot. If someone thinks that's hot, they can go to hell. Seriously, they can go to fucking hell.
Today we're going to be having a look at this influencer woman. I think her name is Jacqueline, Jocelyn, Jock. I don't know. One of them who basically got
So I think of
online
Cataclysm.
and complained that her videos aren't doing very well. And I thought I love taking the piss out of people.
Oh, this is great. This is great because I do as well. I think the only difference is I think like if she saw this video, I'd probably be too far for her. She would probably just call it just like massive misogyny. And this is what I'm saying about women. It's like they want to play with the boys, and then like now the millennial boys like me, or like we kind of like we're starting to notice the dichotomy. We're starting to notice that like we're like told to not be masculine, blah blah blah, but then it's like we're just getting shamed anyway for everything. So like, what's the fucking point? And it's just like now you've got a lot of people like me who are just kind of like I just have no loyalty. Well, I do because I kind of see what's happening. So I'm not going to say that because that's actually what I want to do. I mean, it's sad, isn't it? Because we lose. Oh, we lost one guy. Oh my fuck! What do I do? Ah, I love porn. What do I do? I can't. This is insane. Okay, thank you. Why did they not teach me how to do this at the time? Whoa. So I like Katie. She's like one of the lads. Like I get to talk about my like what porn I watch.
Like this, because what the f do you mean? You're an LA influencer with millions and millions of pounds.
But actually, she what happens is like she says that, and then she does actually like, hang out with and this is what all the women will do, and this is it, and that's happened to me loads of times. I've hung out with like loads of women before, like not no, I'm not gonna say like that. It's usually probably just sometimes like in social circles, like there'll be people's girlfriends or there's a party and they just invite like, and I can just tell immediately that unfortunately like I don't want to sound arrogant, but usually they're like really stupid. So I just think I'm not really attracted to them. So I'm just like you think you can just fuck with them because at least they're like stupid. And then generally, like, I'd be talking with them, and I'd get to a point where I'd probably like just end up saying something really like, racist or really sexist, but it's obviously a joke. But you can just tell they just say I'm never going to go out. In the car ride, you can just tell they're just going to say I don't want you to I don't want to hang out with that like input guy. He's just absolutely disgusting. And you can tell they'll be like, oh, he's just joking. But no, he just sounded too. He sounded like he actually probably is like a covert narcissist. I was like, exactly. This is just what happens, and that kind of attitude is just what it goes all the time. It's like Katie will have like her level of what's like deemed okay for her, and if you go too far or you make her look too stupid, she's just gonna like say you're like an incel or a covert narcissist. Super racist.
That TikTok isn't pushing your content. I'll push you in a minute off a bridge. That sounded like a
exactly, and that's not even funny. Again, I never ever will do that. I'm not gonna like lower myself to her and make death threats because I don't need to do that, Katie. I don't need to. I love like how easy it is for him to do this. He like what? It's just like he's invented this whole brand new thing, and some dude as well. He's like bleeding out. I'm just trying to imagine the situation. Like, imagine like I don't know, I got shot in the chest. I was bleeding out. I was going like, cut off there. You see what I mean? It's sometimes I see things like this, and I'm like, I love how inappropriately gross it is, but at the same time, I'm like part of my autistic brain. So how did he do that? Did he just like pick up someone else's arm when he did it? Why did he have to do that? Why couldn't he write it? Is there no like pens or anything? You're telling me there's no space pens or something? Just so, and we're like, where's all the blood on the desk? I'm not even trying to be like stupid. I'm just telling you. Like, where's the blood on the desk? Oh, there's blood on the desk. Okay, or whatever.
I won't push you off a bridge. That was the joke. Anyway,
it's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's not funny. This is what I mean. Women are just mean. They're just mean. They don't really understand how humor works. And so they like come into the man's world and they just think that being like, I suppose, a good boss is to be like some kind of like scary monster that they've seen in a TV show because they themselves don't know what to do. Because they don't. They're women. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to lead. That's not what they're supposed to do. They're meant to nurture. So it's just utter stupidity. Take this, you freak. Oh, you little pissant. Yeah. Merry Christmas, everyone. I don't know what's happy birthday, but it felt apt. Yeah, I haven't got long, so I think I'm gonna get picked up in about half an hour.
Okay, so this
Curry
is
time, baby. Curry time. What, you didn't think I was just gonna be doing this? Oh, what, you thought this was gonna be my Christmas Eve? Well, you're greatly mistaken. I mean, this gun should be fuck off powerful. So I mean, I might not be intimidated because I don't even know how hard it is. I don't think it is very hard. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is not fun. Like, I've been hit quite a lot of times. I feel like I haven't. But why did it only let me go on hard mode?
Security request retrieved.
It didn't die. We shot that fucker right between the eyes and it didn't die. Smith had to shoot its fucking arms and legs off. For God's sake, send help!
Weapon wheel. Oh, yeah. Look how many nodes I have. I mean, this is gonna be dope. I need to go for a bit. The thing is, I don't know what's happening. Because my dad's like one of these people where he's a bit like, he's obviously autistic as well. But he's like this other type of autistic. Because you get, I think you get like two types. Because you get like some autistic people who are like really good with emotions and some who aren't. He's like the ones who aren't. And I always ask him, I was like, what's the plan? And he just says, oh, we're just going to go and have a meal. And I'm like, well, what about afterwards? He's like, well, I don't really know. We'll just discuss it when we're there. And I'm like, because that just doesn't gel with me. I like to know what I'm doing. And I had a friend who used to be like that, because I would always like, he'd be like, oh, we're going to go to a party tonight. And I'm like, who's going to be there? And he'd obviously know who exactly was going to be there, but he just wouldn't tell me. And then I'd go there and there'd be some fucking douche who I just, and they did it on purpose. They just wanted me to like fight with them, and that was like fine. Not like proper fights, just like have an argument.
Everything's locked down because of the quarantine.
You know, you gotta like, sometimes you gotta like remember the pecking order. You gotta like whip people back in shape.
Lynn, I genuinely have no clue how you say her name. I don't really think that's important at the moment. She has 1.2 million followers, so, I mean, in terms of the influencer world, this is going to make me sound like a bit of a dick, but it's actually not that many followers for TikTok. I have like 60-something K, and...
Whoa, okay. Sorry, that K's got 60K here, but right, 1.2 million is just chump change, man. Especially if you're what, brat, hot girl, white summer.
Yeah, she always does.
This is what I'm saying. Is like, I know I'm a white man, so even me with just on 20 like subscribers on my fucking Kick account, that is the equivalent of like 3 million as a white woman. I'm willing to say that because it's so hard for me. No one is. So many people like join and I just drop, and I'd love to be able to know like what race they were. It probably will be a black or Indian or like Muslim dude just for the look at it, and he'll know exactly. He'll hear my voice. No, I'm British, and okay, hear my voice, and then he'll just immediately just not want to like be part of me. And it's just so true. Everyone says that's really racist. It's racist that they don't follow me. That's why we just can't trust any of this shit. Oh my goodness, man. Whoa.
saying. She's not successful.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the games have become too easy. I think this was the period where I really noticed it as well. Was when I was playing like games back there, because I don't think they changed it much. The only thing I'll say is it's just like they do have the stupid like one hit KO mode. Sorry, the one life mode, and I just don't think that's like a fair challenge. I just rather there just be one in the middle where it's like just much harder, but you can still die. I just don't like the challenge. It's like that. That's just extra pressure that I don't want. It's fun, it's in it, but I don't want to pick that mode. My only caveat, again, was if you could do it in New Game Plus, but I now realise why they wouldn't let you do that, because it just would be unfair, because you just... what I do, yeah, you just like smurf up loads of these massive characters, and you just like... you'd be like, welcome to my speed run, I'm gonna now try and do this, and you just have like 7 runs that you just like made, and you just have to like copy the save or something like that. Just, yeah, that's it, you just like copy the save. So yeah, that's how you do it. Get to the last boss, and then just get to the last boss, and just copy 12 of these saves, and then you can beat the boss at each of them. And then technically you got yourself 12 of these saves. That's what you do. So that's why you can't do it. I get it. Why is he that race? I don't get it. Why does he have to be this way? I love how like backwards I'm going. I don't think I should be here. Oh shit. I don't think I should be doing this.
With kitchens from under £3,000, you can feel as proud as a peacock with Twix.
Doing well, right? She's earning a lot of money, let's just put it that way. But in terms of like what makes her so great, I genuinely have no idea. She doesn't seem to be very popular. A lot of people don't like her.
Fuck yeah, motherfucker. Oh my goodness.
Is a Charlie Kirk supporter or something?
Oh, so look, now if you didn't already know, which was already like apparent, Katie has shown her allegiance to her. I think it was very apparent. No one's surprised at all. Like, she's hardcore leftist, but it's been revealed. So anyway, what am I doing? So just fucking do what I was supposed to do. Yeah.
Context why maybe a lot of people don't like her. Just looking at her kind of content overall, it's definitely not my cup of tea. Not that I should have to do disclaimers like this, because I really don't care. But obviously, no hate to this type of content. Everything is subjective in terms of what people find entertaining. In other words, I think it's a load of shite. But if you like that, then you do you.
That's not good enough. She's just saying that. She actually probably will harbour a deep resentment if you don't find exactly what Katie finds funny. Women like her, they go to like, this is the thing. This is what Katie won't like, because it's like women like her, they go to like uni, and they speak with Professor Wignot and Professor I Love Weed, or Professor Garza, or Dr. Holyfuck, and they basically all tell her that she's the best thing ever. She's like the smartest, best thing ever. And that never, ever, ever bend the knee to anyone. Ever. Especially straight white men. Gays are, I agree with the gays, because they've been victimized, so their opinion means more. Trans people, they've been victimized more. Black people, exactly the same. And it was apparent, because this is what I'm saying. Well, the funniest thing was there was like an episode where Katie went on like Omegle, which I didn't even know existed, but she had a version of it. And she spoke with a black dude, and she was like really cordial with her, being really like chill, and being like, Oh yeah, and they like agreed, and there's just no confrontation. I was like, oh, it's just perfect. This is just like perfect. Because now she can like get all the black fans because she can always like black. Because I think black people, what they do is they have a radar for like the women that they just sort of know they can sort of still use, and the ones they don't. Do you see what I mean? So obviously, if you've got like the women who are like Brittany Venti, for example, or oh, I don't know. I can't think of any, but I'm sure there are a couple of like women who are just like quite obviously just a bit racist. Um, they won't like use them, but they know like women like Pearl Davis, for example. They know, for example, like that's someone you could like abuse. Ludacris, how's it going? Yeah, it's Christmas Eve. I mean, I'm going to be offline in 15 minutes. I'm just doing a short one, but if you want to ask me anything, your chance is now. This could be the best moment of your life, and you don't know it, or you just don't know. So it's up to you. Right now, you have my 100% attention. You can ask me anything you want. Or not. The choice is yours. But you got 15 minutes. You got 15 minutes, otherwise the president's gonna blow the hell out of this place. I'm gonna have myself a spicy curry. Because that's the thing, I don't know what's happening. I might just eat a curry and come back, which I'm fine with. But I don't know if my parents are gonna be like, well, maybe you can come pop in for I didn't want to make the joke, but it is like, yeah, it does sound like you want to come around for a cup of coffee. And I'm like, it does sound like I'm not going to make that joke with my parents. It's just, I can't help it. But I don't know. Because they sometimes bribe me. They used to try and bribe me by saying, like, oh, we got cake at home. But like, I don't, they'll never make a vegan cake. So I'm just like, fuck that. Fuck that shit. So I could just like lie and just say, oh, I come back. Because I'm just going to be tired. It's mean my social battery's fucked. Are you enjoying playing this? I mean, I don't like. I don't want to be a dick to you, but yeah, I don't like play games I don't enjoy playing. If that makes sense. That in itself sounds like an oxymoron.
I want to talk about something that I feel like maybe is a little controversial, maybe not, but I feel like no one really talks about it on social media.
Ooh.
I think about this every day, and this is coming from like an old.
Why is there a child's toy? I've heard about it, but never played it. Yeah, it's great. It was on like the Xbox 360 originally, PS3 I think as well. Just an interesting IP that kind of back when EA did, believe it or not, used to actually be a kind of good games company. So these are all like what are deemed the gold legacy EA games, where you'll look at these fondly and be like, why can't we make games like this anymore? And I know the reason why, but I'm not allowed to say. But until that happens, we'll never get these sort of games again.
Putting every new platform, like watch the birth of TikTok, you know, like I remember. And, like,
He left.
it was, like, this new app where we were posting
He left.
photos, like, I've been here for all of it, and I
That's what I mean. He probably was a
where I am like fighting. I feel like I am like trying to run through mud to connect with my followers at this point. I feel like there are so many bots, and I feel like these apps are now controlling who views my videos, and I feel like I get punished and penalized for
penalized.
showing up and creating all the time. In the sense of I took off, like I didn't post on TikTok I think for like a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe, like sorry, life happens. I've been doing this for 14 years. Maybe I'm a little burnt out. God forbid. But then then I come back to TikTok and it's like I'm put in like this TikTok jail where my views.
Mental. This is just a woman babble. This is just actual garbage. Who cares? Like, who really cares? Get over yourself. Can you imagine being this entitled? Like, for example, I just can't imagine being this entitled. I know that sounds really, well, it actually puts me down a lot, but I just think it's just such, who does she think she is? She's not like some Mensa genius, is she? She's not like some fucking prophetic genius or some got some insane story. It's like she's some white girl who's rich. It's like, fuck. Yeah, look, my brother's coming. So I've got to wrap it up. So I'm probably just going to save it and then I'm just going to like dog on Katie because I can't be bothered to like risk it. But this, yeah, I do like this game. It's just a shame. It's like, it's still only going to be on hard mode, but fuck it. If I'm just going to watch this and play, it's probably fine. Because I don't have to concentrate a massive amount. But it is a bit of a shame. Alright. So, okay.
A complete... Right, okay. A few things that I just wanted to talk about is, here's the thing. Do I think that rich, successful people shouldn't be allowed to complain? No. Funnily enough, I've had this conversation before. People talk all the time.
It depends on what they're venting on. It really does. It does depend.
I'm about, like, they hate hearing rich people complain about their mental health. I disagree, and I will tell you why I disagree. I used to work in Burger King, then I worked in M&S, and then I worked in a bar, and up until 2 years ago, I always did minimum wage full-time.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like she will now think that she has like a seasoned career because she's worked in essentially free retail jobs, like Burger King. Well, I think they were all just like retail jobs or server jobs. So they are like the bottom rung of like the jobs, unfortunately. I know she'll disagree with me and tell me that's racist, no, covert narcissist, but they are. So she hasn't actually like got like a sort of proper that next stage above that job. And that's, I think, when people start to realise a little bit more about like normal people, because you just sort of at that point you do start to get compensated a bit better, and you do kind of understand that actually the system isn't that bad. And I just think people are kind of like blown away too much by how much money they earn, and I think you could be a lot more happy if you just lived on a less. If you're just like you live below your means, if that makes sense. You just don't need to like slave away for money so much.
Work, part-time work, whatever, and I had bad mental health. Now I do content creation.
And that's what I mean. It's just too many people as well. Like, okay, you just have to like keep mentioning she's got bad mental health. But why do we want someone who's got bad mental health to like be on a platform? Would I trust a schizo? Fuck, I shouldn't say that. Would I trust? I don't know. I just don't know. Why would I want to do that? It can't be like, why? Why do we need that? Just be happy and positive. We just don't need it. Don't need all this fucking trauma everywhere. Trauma just is where everything bad happens. Trauma is just depraved stuff happens, where the worst shit in society happens.
Full time, essentially, I just make videos. My mental health, though, however, is still as dog. Okay, it is still as. I think the lucky thing is about being in a position where you earn money like her and me from social media is that I have access to better healthcare. So I have access to mental health facilities and therapy that costs like bloody £60 a session, and a lot of people can't afford that. I have money for my metazapine every month.
What's she talking? She pays like £9 for that.
To keep my brain chemicals, you know.
She pays £9.90 for that. Like, oh no. It's funny how she doesn't mention the price for that. Again, this is your classic like brat hot girl summer. She look at her, she's got a massive grin on her face. She thinks she's like so smart, but no, again, she can convince Indians and the blacks and the inbred Muslims. They'll still think he's an old genius, but you can't get past me even if I like smoke weed, drink alcohol, even at that point, my brain power is still only like, you know what I mean? I can't be arrogant. There was some fucking Saudi prince who was like trying to boast about his IQ. He's like, my IQ is at 146. I was like, no way. No way. I don't believe it. He's fucking, no way. I just don't believe brown people can have it that way. He's probably just like, and because he's like a Saudi prince, you just can't trust it. He's just gonna, what a surprise, what a coincidence that, smartest person isn't just some rando, happens to just be the son of a billionaire. That sounds so convenient, considering there's no, we know. What I mean is like we've come across like the kids of really smart people, and they're not always incredibly smart. It doesn't always work like that. It's so we don't really know. We just think sometimes like genius is just completely luck based. It's just sometimes you get like two fucking weird looking parents and I'll have a fuck off hot door. It doesn't make any sense. Just like they're just their face symmetry just doesn't work when it's like on each other, but then as soon as it's on them. Do you think it'd be a bit rude if I don't bring my wallet?
In check. So I definitely acknowledge that as someone with more money than I used to have, I have the privilege of better mental health care than most people would have, right? Do I think, though, that when you're rich or you have a lot of money, that's not me calling myself rich, by the way, just rich people in general, do I think
she is
they
rich.
Don't have the right to come on and talk about their mental health care?
Like, the first rule you learn about people when they sort of start getting into like, that six-figure salary is that they just want to minimize it, because they know as soon as like people know they're rich that they'll get hate. So rich people have to, like, it's like Hassan, they have to just convince you that they're not actually rich, or they just don't. It's so stupid. It's like Hassan's like uncle's a billionaire. He's just probably got unlimited money. He's probably just doesn't even ever. He's never ever had to think about any decision ever. If he just wants something, he can just get it. And they just let him go on because he's probably just got like some deep tie connection with like, his uncle with Twitch. And they just say, yeah, you can't remove my son, nephew.
People would have, right? Do I think though that when you're rich or you have a lot of money, that's not me calling myself rich, by the way, just rich people in general, do I think that they don't have the right to come on and talk about their mental health? No, but this isn't talking about mental health. This is just talking about how you're in a few jail after 14 years of content creation, so now you don't get to views anymore. And we'll go on to talk about why her views have essentially dropped, in my opinion, in a little bit, but I find that really fascinating. Like, you are coming on here to give an excuse
Brett Hall goes somewhere.
or anxiety or your battles with mental health. You're coming on here to complain to the general
Complain.
public.